retirement pay. My retirement pay I get for the active duty play. You know, what I'm saying for the 25 plus years. But my total time that I wore the uniform is 28 years.
Oh wow.
So
Wow.
uh,
Thank you both for your service. That's crazy.
yeah,
Yes,
so
sir. Thank you.
I've been in for a minute. So how so your Air Force? So how's your disability going?
100%.
You 100%? Okay, that's we don't need to talk no more then.
You at
No,
100%. I'm still trying to
Yes,
get at 5%.
you know,
we need to work on
that,
that then.
Yeah,
listen,
for
Fadul,
sure,
you
man.
want to talk about the topic? You
Say
got three
again?
veterans on here. Fadul, you ever want to bring up a podcast? The VA disability is huge with veterans, especially
Hmm.
you got veterans that learned how to beat the system and get 100%. You got veterans that, because true veterans, they didn't go to the doctors initially when they were in the military.
Mm-mm.
Because if you're out of work, it affected your evaluations,
Yeah.
affected so much. So you were at work regardless of what was going on with you. And
Yeah.
people who did 4, 6 years, they didn't go to the doctor, so they have nothing in their medical records.
See, that's the
The
messed up
old
thing about me, John. Um, I don't know if Fadul told you my story, but like I fractured the bottom of my foot in my AIT, right?
yeah.
So I go to the doctor, I go to the clinic, they say, yeah, you fractured your bottom of your foot. So when you get to your unit, you need to advise your first sergeant or your sergeant that you fractured your foot. So I went there when I got to Fort Campbell. I went to my unit, told my sergeant about my foot, and I was a young guy. I thought I was going through med. Uh, what do they call it? Shoot, just medding out, medical
Oh,
chapter.
medical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
med board. I thought I was going to the med board and everything like that. But when even my dad looked at my DD 40214, and he saw, 'cause my dad did the same amount of time as you, Jamar.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad saw in my DD 40214, because he was my recruiter. He was like, yo, they got you down for a pre-existing condition.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, what do you mean a pre-existing condition? They're saying that you were flat-footed, your arch fell before you even went in the military. But in your medical records, it's saying that, when you went through um what they call it, MEPS, that your arch and everything and your feet were fine, but they got it looking like that you came in like that. And I've
Mm.
been
Hmm.
fighting that for the past, Lord, no, I don't know, man. About I got out in 2004, and
Wow.
I've been reaching out to a bunch of different VA reps, a bunch of people who used to work on the VA board. Because when I was working with the moving company, Fadul, I ran across a guy who worked for the VA board, and he was like, no, that's wrong. You can actually, if you take the time, you can actually go in there and, get all your stuff taken care of, and then start your, what do you call it? Start your paperwork, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm in stuck, man. Stuck.
It's a rough process.
Yeah.
It's rough. I got out, I was 80%, and it took almost 10 years to get the last 20%.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, Fadul, whenever you want to start on the subject, I don't know if you told Jamar what we're talking about.
Yes, sir. Jamal, you first, Jamal. There's a little quick background. Jamal. He's part of the Mayweather crew.
Okay.
This man's right here, man. He's he comes train and work out. Each and every time.
He
At
killing
least
me,
I
man.
think what three times a week, 3 times a week. Yeah, yeah. At least 3 times a week with me on
Okay.
Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. This guy's a beast, man. He and his wife they come to the gym. They put in work. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to stay
so
young, man.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what it's about. You know. But yeah, no, this channel right here, Jamal, man. What I'm trying to do, what Lorenzo and I are trying to do, we're just trying to, have a spot for where when men like you and I, anybody can just come and talk. Because we need more outlets. Men like us, man, we need more outlets. I mean, we were talking about this the other day. All this
Mhm.
craziness has been going on, man. All the shootings, all that. When was the last time you heard of a female going on a shooting spree?
Never,
Never.
So
never.
what I mean. So it's all men. So
Hmm.
there has to be a reason behind that. This what I mean. So we have to tackle that. So it's like, okay, we need to sit down and talk about it. What's going on? Why are we going crazy? Why men going crazy? And there's no outlet because society, myself, me being Haitian and all that, and all that is society put a lot on us, man. A lot on us, especially black men. You can, what I mean, don't have to be, it can be whatever, black, white, whatever, but men in general. Society put a lot of stress on us, a lot of
Hmm.
stress on us, and then we don't know how to deal with it, and we have no outlets, we have no one to talk to. I mean, and yeah. So this is like a safe spot, man. I want anybody can come in here and just talk. Any
Yeah,
discussion that we want to have, we can have. Just talk about anything. Grown men discussions, just anything.
yeah,
So yeah. So we need
yeah.
we need more of this. We need more of this. We need more places where we can have just regular discussions. John, what do you think?
So what are your
I mean,
thoughts on like meeting in person?
What's up?
I said, what are your thoughts on meeting in person?
What are my thoughts
You
Meeting
on
in
know,
something?
person.
yeah, meeting in person, like like at a park, restaurant, somewhere quiet, like
Anybody,
I don't know.
anybody, anybody. They want to talk.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
cause
it's already
yeah.
taken root because I told a bunch of my cousins in Virginia, told a bunch of my cousins in South Carolina, North Carolina,
Hmm.
New York, California, and a lot of people are gravitating towards it. A lot of people are spreading the word about it because when you look on YouTube or any podcast, it almost feels like it's scripted.
Hmm.
They have a certain script, but from what the feedback that I've been getting from people is like, man, when you have a bunch of real guys, there's nothing scripted. It's all just real and just raw. People love that.
Right.
So, yeah, it's taking root, Fado. I mean, my cousin up in Virginia, she's a chiropractor. She has her own practice. And from what she's been telling me, she's been telling every guy that she's ran across about this podcast.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hey, Lorenzo, I think Jamal had a point. Jamal, or sir, when you said meeting in person, what do you mean by that? So what? Just what?
Uh, at some point, we meet at a central location and then
Hmm.
break bread. Besides being on the video,
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
so I
Yeah,
can, I can touch and feel you. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
every once in a while,
yeah.
So we're gonna have to do that soon because I don't know what you guys' schedule is looking like Friday,
Hmm.
but like I was telling you, Fado, I want to try to do something like that very soon because my mom's talking about me leaving out of here Sunday.
Lorenzo, tell them about this situation right now. What you're going through.
Oh God. Okay. All right. My current situation, man. I don't know, John. You remember the last time I met you, man? I was telling you I was working for the moving company,
mhm.
and you know, I ever since this year started, I've been trying to get out of that, man, because it's backbreaking work, it's hard labor. And one day I told the owner, he was trying to get me on a job the next day, and I was like, okay, cool, but just let me know ahead of time. Blase, blase. Long story short, he didn't let me know ahead of time. He pretty much said he fired me. Um, I needed those jobs for my bills, right?
Hmm.
So my power and my water all got turned off.
Damn.
And I'm sitting in the house. I got 3 kids,
Mm-hmm.
right? Thank God my oldest son was able to go up with my mom because that's what we were originally planning on doing for the summer. But then I got a 2-year-old and an 8-month-old sitting in a hot house with no water.
Mm-hmm.
So I had them,
Damn.
I tried to reach out to all kind of places that have helped me. I don't know if I even told you this, Fadu, but Salvation Army is out of funding. Community Action is out of funding. So for the
Wow.
past couple of days, I've been dealing with that. I just got my lights turned back on after almost a week,
Wow.
Um,
and my water is still off. So that's one of the reasons why, I reached out to my mom because I know my dad got a bunch of connections up in Charlotte. I was like, yo, it's not working down here for me. I can't keep going through the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, Bet, let me go talk to some people. And sure enough, he was like, I got a job for you. You don't even have to apply for it. No application, no nothing. Just come do your W-2 or whatever. And then my uncle comes along. He's like, hey, don't even worry about working for Greyhound, man. I got a better job for you. I can get you at Homeland Security. I know the director and everything. You don't have to do no application. Just go fill out your W-2 stuff like that, and you start working instantly. So yeah, I've been grinding it out, man. Like I was telling you, like it's been very, very tough, man. And like I was telling Fadu, it's just one of those situations where it's not too much I can do about it. You know,
it's quicksand.
yeah,
So as we speak, you're currently uh, unemployed.
unemployed. I mean, I still work for the moving company,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, Fadu can tell you that's like a hit and a miss, man. It's not like a 9 to 5 or a whole 5 days worth of work. Is mainly like, oh shoot, we just got a job. Are you available?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Or it
Early in
may
the
be
morning.
like, yeah, early in the morning sometime. Oh, we just got a job. Or it may be, hey, we got 2 jobs this week. I mean, 2 jobs this week is not going to pay my bills
Right.
because I don't know if those
Understood.
jobs are 2-hour jobs or is an hour job or is an 8-hour job. So it just hasn't been working, man. And I got to make moves. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure that my family eats.
Right.
Thanks.
So yeah,
Hey,
been going through
John,
it.
what based on your experience, man, like any feedbacks, man? What do you got? Shoot.
Honestly, Lorenzo, you're doing the best you can, and Charlotte's not a bad city. Kids are young; that it won't affect them. And we live in a society now with technology. We can all be peoples from different states and jump on like this and
Yeah,
see how everyone's doing. Because at the end of the day, um, you're the one that's got to look out for you and your family. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Florida ain't that, and man, Charlotte is looking good.
yeah. I got
You
a
know,
place to stay. My mom and my dad got a big enough house to the point where, we're not going to be on top of each other. We actually
right?
got space. So I was like, you know what? My mom's been trying to do this with me for the past couple of years, but I just didn't want to give up that security that I had with a house with no mortgage, no nothing. All I had to do was pay like just regular bills.
Right.
And now I feel like I'm to a point right now, especially with the moving company. I'm like, I had a couple of jobs lined up, but that didn't work.
Right.
So if I'm constantly having to rely on the moving company, that's not gonna feed my family. I need
And
something that's gonna feed my family.
what's crazy is how this all kind of intertwined. Is we're also men with egos, and we
Yeah.
don't want to ask for help. We don't want assistance. We want to try to figure it out on our own.
hmm
Um, and it gets to a point where now you have to look, and Salvation Army's out of money.
hmm
Churches. I mean, because we're in a state right now where there's so many people in need of just housing,
Yeah.
just normal survival things that
hmm
we're heading towards that. Homeless populations increasing. They say 70 to 80% of Americans are one paycheck away from being homeless.
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, these stats are crazy when you start digging into it. And then once you see someone, you actually know someone who's going through that, then you're like, oh shit, that stat now means
Mm-hmm.
something. Whereas before it's a number and you're like, oh, it wouldn't happen to me.
Right.
And not realizing any of us can be in that situation so quick. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Very true. Very true. So what? Are you recording right now, Fadu?
I've been recording.
Oh God. He said I've been
I've
recording.
been recording.
That's
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
up.
No, we're vibing.
That's what's up.
I
But
get,
nah,
I can tell you, I can tell you, brother. Uh, it goes back to what Fadul was saying for your mental, your mental state.
mm-hmm.
Uh, I know it can be frustrating and things are hard at this time, but the biggest thing about that is because sometimes as men, like Fadul was saying, that pressure where you are, a lot of men couldn't handle that, so they want to probably go out on emotion and try to go out and do something crazy,
Mm-hmm.
trying to protect their families and stuff. So the biggest
Yeah.
part I want to stress to you though, as far as mentally. Uh, so as of right now, I know you're frustrated and it's hard, but are
Mm-hmm.
are are, are you good? Are you in a good space? You got a roof over your head. Everybody seems to be happy. You know what I'm saying? As a family, we can all do this together. Because
Yeah.
don't want to get to the point where that the pressure of life pushes you to something that's going to take you away from your family.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So,
I feel what you're saying.
that you have your family to keep you going, and that's
Yeah.
part of your mental state. That's better. Okay, I can't give up because I had to take care of them. Because I can tell you from my experience years ago, even though I was active duty military, you know what I'm saying, my wife and I, we hit a rough spot. And it, I was in the military. I was delivering pizza for Domino's to make ends meet.
Yeah.
Um, I, I,
Oh, you
I had
sound like
a
my dad.
look. I had a paper route. I was doing newspapers. Get up at 3, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Go to the spot, roll the papers, deliver the newspapers, and be in PT formation at 6:30.
Oh wow.
And I was doing that every day. You know,
Wow.
7 days a week. So I can understand that though, because emotionally what I was feeling as a man, I was like, damn, I have to do better. I got to do
Mm-hmm.
better. I got to keep things. I got to keep the bills paid. I got to make sure everybody eating. So that pressure, because there's a lot of things in the street that can pull you. Be like, you know what? I can go do this and I can make a little money here real quick.
Oh, I know
And
what you're talking about.
you know what I'm saying. So your mental state, I mean, and it's good that you had these things. You can talk about it because if it comes to a point where you get to the point where like you want to give up,
Mm-hmm.
you can come on here and say no, you're not gonna give up.
Yeah.
We
And
we
plus,
we we'll push that through. If I got to drive to wherever you are, and we can sit, you can cry on my shoulder. That's what I'm gonna do. You're not gonna give up.
Right.
You
Exactly.
understand? So
and Jamal, this is why this is really important too. And Lorenzo can, he can vouch for me. I mean, how long have we known each other, bro?
About 2 years.
And haven't I not been there for you, no
Every
matter what?
single time.
What?
hmm
Every single time.
That's it. We need brothers like us, man. And John, send me with
Yeah.
John, man. But this dude, he's been there no matter what. That's my brother. One call away. Boop.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You know.
That's how it's supposed to
We-
be, man. That's what
yeah.
I mean. I wish I would have had that years ago, but things happen for a reason. But you know, like the guy that I was talking about, I've been knowing him, the owner of this company, for about 12 years. And I promise you, if I called him right now and be like, hey, bro, I'm in some serious trouble, he won't return my phone call. He won't text me till like 2 days later.
mm,
He's only there when he needs me.
right.
He's not there when I need him. Like today, I just went out on a limb, Fadul. Um, I'm not throwing shade at nobody, but he doesn't have his license. I had to get his truck for him. I had to drive the truck for him. But I'm not doing that just so that I can receive something from him. I'm doing it because, hey, man, okay, yeah, you haven't got me, but that's not in my character to not have you.
That's right.
So
You being a good person. You being who you are.
yeah, I'm like, I'm being genuine with him. We had a serious conversation today because we was out for a while, and I was like, he was like, so why are you moving up to Charlotte? And I was like,
Because of you,
why am I
nigga.
moving?
Because of
Yeah,
you.
like why am I moving up
Because
to Charlotte?
he did that to you, bro.
Yeah,
Like he
I'm
did
like,
that
what are
to
you
you.
talking about?
Yeah.
Now that's another thing. That's another thing. Be careful, providing or giving all your energy to somebody that don't uh,
Deserve it.
Yeah,
deserve it at
that's
all.
true.
That's
I don't care what they're doing or how they're doing it or what trouble it is. If they not reciprocating the same thing, sometimes you got to cut that baggage off because
Yeah,
you still got a whole lot going on too, and I can't.
y-
I love you, but
yeah.
uh, you know,
real.
you're not
That's kind of like
reciprocating.
what I told him, and that's what happened the time when he was like, "Oh, bro, you can't work," and I'm like, "I got a job interview, man. I want this job more than I want to work with you
Hmm.
because this job brings consistency. Fadu knows about that consistency. So I need consistency in my life. I don't need a here and there." And he felt some type of way, and he was like, "You know what? You're fired." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Fire me. That's fine. You can't fire somebody that's not on paper." So,
Right. So it said
so
that right there. He just told you about itself.
yeah, yeah, he did.
Sure did.
That was
That's it, bro. That's it.
it.
He
That's
told
just
you,
what he did.
hey, I saw you, earlier. You know what I mean? I know you were working with him today, yeah. But you
Today,
gotta do what you
yesterday.
gotta do. But at the same time, man, like Jamal just said, man, people that right there just he just told you about himself, man. That shows
Hmm.
you his true character.
Yeah,
True character. That shows you his true character, bro.
very
Most
true.
And
people do that though. Most
he,
people will show you who they are. It's up to you to decipher that
Absolutely.
though.
Hmm.
Hmm.
We're so used to, wanting to put good out, but your good is not meant for everyone. It's for
Right.
you to better yourself. If other people, um, like Jamal said, it's not reciprocated, it what are you doing it for?
Yeah.
You put it out there because that's the kind of person you are, and then keep it moving. Don't expect nothing back, and they'll tell you and they'll show you who they are. You know what I mean? It's up to us to see those type of people
Right.
and stop giving that energy because that'll turn into bad energy over time because
Oh
now
yeah.
there's other emotions that start to come out.
Absolutely.
You start to get angry, you know, and
Hmm.
then resentful. And it's like, well, you should have listened to yourself. You seen the type of person it was.
Hmm.
You got to stop that behavior. That's
Yeah.
probably the hardest part, though. You know what I
It
mean?
is. It was very hard, man. It's because I've been trying to break away from this guy for a while, and I'm always trying to figure out, oh, why am I always coming back to him? Like I know he's there. I know it's a quick little side job, but do I really need to go back to this? Because I already know who he is, but it's almost like a little quick fix. But I don't need the quick fix no more. I need something that's going to be a long-term fix.
look,
And he does.
sorry to interrupt. Speaking on that, like the convo that we had a couple weeks ago,
Hmm.
you mentioned in 12 years, 12 years, and how you feel like you wasted 12. No, I don't know if you feel like it was wasted, but 12 years, things that you could have done differently.
Yeah.
So you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like it's sometimes dudes get too comfortable. We get too
Hmm.
comfortable doing one thing, but and then we don't really achieve our full potential, man. And
Yeah.
I think that's kind of like what happened with you though, man. 12 years, you just kind of got
Oh, for sure.
you got comfortable.
Yep. For sure.
You got
I
comfortable.
did get comfortable because it was. at times it was almost like it was easy money.
Yeah.
But then, like, here's John. I don't know, and Jamar, I don't know if you guys know how the moving industry works. But during the summertime, you got like at least 3 or 4 months where it's constantly busy, right?
Hmm.
And then once you start getting towards that winter time, it's like one job a week.
Right.
And that's what used to happen to me. When it starts getting close to the winter time, I'll be like, okay, I need to find another job. So I get another job, and then I work that job for the rest of that year. Then when January comes around, and I start picking up back working with him, and it just wasn't consistent for me. So my family's been like somewhat in limbo, you know,
Right.
and I just got to the point recently where I'm like, you know what? Enough is enough, man. I deserve better, first of all, because like I told Fadu a while back, like if I don't take care of my mental, then my family is they're not gonna succeed, you know? So I have to make
Right.
sure that I have me first before I can have them. So that's the whole purpose of, when me and Fadu brought up this channel, it was like, you know what, man? This is something that's needed. And, I was just like, I'm tired. So that's why I decided to make that move, man. I'm like, if I can make that move for a little bit, man, stack up my money, and then try to take the experience that I'm going to be getting from Homeland Security and bring it down here, because I'm going to have my certificates and everything, my qualifications and everything, and just bring it down here, and who knows where I can go.
Hmm.
But I
Or
just
you
have
can
to move up.
stay. The good thing is, or you can stay in Charlotte and continue that track and not look back. Like the options are yours. Honestly,
Yeah.
as you know, it's human nature that we learn the way we learn. Other
Mm-hmm.
people can tell us all day, well, you should have known 8 winters ago how this guy was,
Right.
But unfortunately, something has to come to grab you and say, "Oh no, I'm not doing that no more." And you're
Yeah.
gonna learn the way you learn. And it seems like now is that time. You're like, I can't do this. I see him for who he is, and good for you. I'm glad you see it now. But Charlotte is you gotta look at it as the next chapter.
Mm.
Florida is the last chapter. This is the new one, and then in a month or two, reevaluate. You know what I mean? You don't have ties to this state. You know what I mean? Like there's
For sure.
nothing 100% saying I got to get back to Florida. Your ties are your family. So Charlotte might be that break that you're like, damn, this is what I needed right here.
But John, at the
Mhm.
same time, John, at the same time, bro, I talked to Lorenzo about not running away from our problems, man.
Yeah.
I'm a man. Like I don't like to. I don't run away from my
What
problems.
you
Like,
running? What you
listen,
running away from?
what's
Like
Come
up?
on, me?
what we're talking about. The if he's not running away from a problem, if it's something better for him and his family, there's nothing, no doors that he needs to close here before he opens new ones.
I see
So
what you're
like
saying.
he's not running from anything. Now, if he had kids here and he had responsibilities here, yeah, I could see now you're running from those that you're gonna have to come back and fix. But this situation, unless I'm missing something, which obviously I could be, but the Charlotte is like a improvement on,
It,
and it would improve it not only financially but mentally, um, him and his family. So I don't know what the running would be.
I
see, and,
mean,
and you know what? That's a good point because, down here, we got a really good support system. My wife's mom helps us out whenever we can, but I feel like in today's society, it almost takes two people to work unless you've established that type of foundation where you got one person who can make up the financial stability of the household. And with us moving with my mom doesn't work. My dad works a little bit, well, actually a lot, but it'll be to the point where I won't have to stress over whether or not my mom's able to handle the kids or whether or not the kids are stable. Because Amber's mom lives like 20 or 30 minutes away from here. So if Amber wanted to work, she'd have to drive back and forth here, or we'd have to drive back and forth over there. Being in Charlotte, they have multiple means of transportation. Amber can possibly go get a part-time job if she wanted to. She doesn't always have to stay home.
Right.
So, if that's how I look at it, like, I'm not looking at it from a point of view where I may be running from the responsibilities of this house or the bills or anything, because granted, I can't lose this house because it's like a family or heirloom. Her grandfather bought the house outright. Her mom stayed here. I kind of like want to keep it in the family. So even though I'm leaving, I still got to take care of responsibilities down here at this house. Because Florida's one of those states where if you don't have water on for a certain amount of time, they put a lien on your house.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, you didn't know that.
that.
Yeah, they'll take your house away. They put a lien on it and they'll sell your house.
Yeah, there's a lot of things about Florida that
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
I
they know
found this
that.
out the hard way because I don't know if I told you, Fadu, but like years ago, we kind of like went through a similar situation, but the water was off for way longer. And we were like, yeah, we finally had got the money to pay. And they were like, well, there's a lien on the house.
wow.
There's like, before you even pay that, you got to pay off this lien. So we had to go through that whole motion of doing that and then paying the water. So yeah, Florida's a little bit kind of backwards, man. But it's cool though, because I mean, like you said, it's just a learning thing, man. But yeah, I'm not running. I
So
never ran from
what
anything.
is your wife saying? Does she agree to
Oh, she's very
North
supportive.
Carolina? Okay.
Very supportive. She actually is the one who brought it up.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one who mentioned it to me, which shocked the hell out of me because I'm like, wait a minute, you really want to go back up to Charlotte with my mom just in order for me to find a better job?
She loves you.
And she was
That's
like,
all
yeah.
that matters.
I was like,
That's what it
okay,
was.
baby.
Because I agree with John. Florida is going to be here. Florida not going anywhere. You
Yeah.
can go up to North Carolina 5, 10, whatever, how many years. And if you decide to come back to Florida, Florida still be here.
That's
Yep.
true.
You know what I mean?
You
So
still,
it,
you
it,
still
it,
have a
if
lien on your house if you don't got water.
Right.
if you and your wife agree with it, you know what I mean. It shouldn't matter what anybody else says.
That's
That's from
true.
experience. I love and you love your parents and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my wife and I agreed that that's what we're going to do for the best,
Right.
That's right.
for the best for the family.
Right.
Like I agree with John. Florida is not going anywhere. Maybe that's a opportunity knocking, and they just wait for you to open the door. You step into it, like you say, you don't know where it'll take you. You can go to North Carolina 2-3 years and say, you know what, we have a position in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want to go back to Florida?
that's
You
true.
know, and then also make sure that's something that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And I guess from experience too, don't chase the money.
Mm,
Very true.
Because chasing money can disappoint you sometimes.
mm-hmm.
Be sure that okay, this is what I'm going to do, and then if you decide you and your wife say yes, this is what we're going to do, and then you go all in.
Mm.
Right.
Don't go all in just for the money. You get there, and you don't, and then you're disappointed getting up every morning like, damn, I don't want to do this shit no more.
Yeah.
But I got to do it for the money. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then that can bring a negative effect into the household too, because then you'll tell your wife, well, this your fault. That's why we up here, because I didn't want to come up here anyway. I just came up here to, you know what I'm saying? And now you're
Right.
arguing back and forth. Then then you be on here talking about we about to get a divorce because she moving back to Florida and you still in North Carolina. So a big thing for me is like that communication. If your
Yeah.
wife, your children, and they agree on it, you go all in. That's how much is this. I mean, communicate all the way down to the details. We're gonna
Yeah.
be living
And
here. This how we're gonna do it. This how much I'm gonna make, and blah 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 blah.
yeah.
So
And
nobody has any. Go ahead.
that's where I'm going at with it too. Like I'm going at it because like I told Fadul, like I'm tired. Like I am literally tired. So I haven't been living up to my full potential because when I got out the
Hmm.
army, I was actually in law enforcement, like security,
Okay.
for almost 9 or 10 years.
Hmm.
So I loved that job. I loved waking up to that. I loved
Gotcha.
going there and still, being able to do that. And my uncle was saying about Homeland Security, I'm like, yo, I love to do that. That's what I love to do. The only thing because that was one of the reasons why I moved down to Florida with my wife was because at the time, that was what, 2012, baby? 2012. And that was when NASA was still open. So my whole idea was, okay, I'm gonna move down here and I'm gonna try to work NASA security, become a NASA
Hmm.
police officer. But granted, that was the year that NASA shut down.
Yep.
I remember the last rocket landing, and we woke up because I was like, "Yo, what was that?" And my girl was like, "Oh, that was a rocket landing." And then I turned on the news, and NASA just crumbled up. And I'm like, "Damn, what am I going to do now?"
Hmm.
And that's when I started working for the moving company.
Right.
So I haven't been doing or living up to my full potential, and I know my full potential. Like I moved up in security like crazy. I was actually over the largest dam in South Carolina.
Right.
I had like 14 police officers under me. I had 30 other security officers. Like I was doing it. Like I didn't even, technically, if I didn't even have to show up to work. I would show up to work in the morning, make sure all my officers and my police officers know what they have to do, and then leave for the rest of the day, and then come back at night and close down. That was it.
Sounds
Like
like
I
that's
was,
your passion to begin with.
yeah, yeah. It's always been my
Hmm.
passion, man. Like I fell in love with it as soon as I got out of the military. I fell in love with it. So
I
that.
mean, I could tell just by you talk about the moving company, it's more about that dude that you can't for 12 years he's done you dirty. You
Mm-hmm.
bring up the security and you're in detail about that career field. So you
Hmm.
already know what you built for. That's
Yeah,
what you
Hmm.
really
I
want to
actually
be
went to
doing.
school for criminology and criminal justice. I went that whole 9 yards to go to that. I went to online school. I used my not Montgomery GI Bill, but I think it's the
The post
9/11
9/11,
bill.
the post 9/11.
Post 9/11. I used my post 9/11 to actually go to school. So you know, it is my passion, man. That is
So
definitely my
like
passion.
John said, it's another opportunity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's just another door that I'm gonna have to open, but it's cool. I like this door.
Yeah.
That's it, man. That's it. That's it. There's a lot of doors, man. A lot of doors. Even with me too. Yeah, but it's gonna be another time for for us to have this conversation. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
there's a lot of doors that need to be open. Me, what I mean, I'm going through a lot of different things right now. You know what I mean, I'm just going through different stages. And John, John knows.
Hmm.
When I tell you that this is my main dude, man. This is my main dude, man.
Oh, I know.
He's been through a lot of crazy ish. He's been through thick and thin, bro. This dude, man. This man, he's been my fucking backbone, man. He's supporting me. You know what I mean, when no other people would. So for that, brother, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I love you, man. I love you for that, brother. I love you, man.
Love you, dog. Salute.
So I love, man. I love you. You know how it goes, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. This is cool though. Now this is you know, this channel right here, right now. We just trying to just kind of stay real. Just stay on topic. Talk about real conversations that needs to be had. On a regular basis. And I appreciate Jamal. Coming in here and just
Yeah,
kind
for
of
sure.
I appreciate the invite, man.
yes
For
sir.
sure.
Sorry about last night. We was to celebrate my granddaughter's birthday.
Oh, no, it's all
You
good,
know,
Oh,
bro.
and we was
nice.
coming we was
Belated.
coming from Orlando, and that's why I text you. I'll get with you tomorrow. I was driving, so I didn't.
Oh, yeah, no, it's cool, it's
I
cool,
was
it's cool, it's cool.
illegally texting you last night.
Damn,
Yeah.
Jamal, at least you had a good reason. I was watching Top Gun. My bad.
So
Yo,
it goes.
Nice.
happy belated birthday to your
Yeah,
granddaughter,
because
though,
I told
Yeah,
you,
Jamal.
for
because
sure, man.
I was telling Fadul, I was like, yeah, man, that's no problem. We can, touch base or yes, last night or whatever. But as the time went, man, it just caught up with me. I just, at that time I was on the road coming back home, so
It's all good,
Okay.
it's all,
I
it's
felt
all
like
good, it's all good, it's all good. Yeah, 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 man. Yeah, all right, fellas. So, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
What do you want to say, Lorenzo? To wrap it up. To touch.
Um, I appreciate all of y'all, man. All the knowledge, all the wisdom that you guys carry. Um, Fadul, ever since I met you, you put me on a serious hustle game. You've opened up my mind to a lot of different things, a lot of different avenues that I never knew that I'll be able to take. So I love you for that. John, all your wisdom, all your knowledge, man. Appreciate that. I may have to call you guys back, you and Jamar,
Yeah,
about this whole VA thing, man, because I don't know. I'm stuck. Like, I got my cards and everything like that. I got all my medical records, but I'm seriously stuck. But yeah, I love all you guys, man, for real. And this channel is gonna blow up. I already see it. Everybody's talking about it.
yes, sir. The main goal is for us to just just be there for one another, man. That's it. And
Yeah,
that's what we're trying to do.
yeah, for
All right,
sure.
fellas.
All right,
Jamal,
Jamar.
I'll see you on
hey, it was a pleasure, y'all.
on Wednesday.
Pleasure.
Wednesday, Jamal. Wednesday.
Wednesday. You talking about the gym?
Yeah, Jim.
Oh yeah, I want. Let me tell you this though, real quick.
What's
So
up?
since I'm a part of this though, you have to take it easy on me.
Yeah, yeah. Don't let him spin for you, man. This dude, he's a monster, man. This guy's a monster, man. He's a monster. He and his wife,
Oh man.
they're both crazy. They're the monsters.
Oh man. Yeah, man. I,
Nice.
I appreciate I appreciate the invite. Uh,
No problem.
whatever you need, if I can do it, I'm here. We can talk about anything.
Okay.
Uh, so it's not too much I haven't been through or seen people go through. I got experience from soldiers to high school children to whatever. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
So
Okay.
and like I say, for doing this great because uh, you see so many people, especially us veterans, and coming out of the military and being so structured sometimes, and we get out here in this world and we become lost.
Mm-hmm.
And like you say, and then some of us don't have that support and those avenues to reach out to people, and we end up on drugs and alcohol, and then we want to go to our jobs, and if we get a job and we shoot up everybody because we don't like the people in the job and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, very true.
uh, but it's and for anybody that's going through anything. So
Yeah.
I appreciate the invite. I'm here.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I'm here.
Yes, sir.
real quick,
And
real quick.
this will be another topic too. But you know, all the crazy shooting that's going around, man. Like what? You ever hear the female going into a mass shooting spree? No, it's always
No.
been men. Always been men. Also us men, going to these crazy shooting sprees, man. So there's a reason behind that. So
Yeah.
that's what this channel's about, man. We're trying to figure it out because we need more outlets. We need more outlets, man. Because there's a reason why we feel why guys going through those type of crazy rampages and all that, man. And we need to stop that. So
Very
that's
true.
that's where we at.
Very true. John,
Yeah,
you had
real
something to
quick.
say?
Hey, yeah, real quick. Fadul, Lorenzo, appreciate both y'all. Give you guys your flowers now. You don't realize how big this really is. Jamal, I know you got a lot of knowledge and wisdom, and hopefully we back on here together again.
Hmm.
Lorenzo, keep your head up. Remember, tough people last, tough times don't.
Mm,
Any of y'all need anything, I'm here, and I'm sure vice versa.
yes,
And
sir.
thanks. I
I'm gonna
appreciate
take that
all y'all.
quote now. I'm gonna take that quote from you.
Always.
I'm gonna take that one. I like that. I like that. But yeah, man, we gonna get up and do it again. Fadul, John, Jamar, like I said, if we can try to do something this Friday, man, just all get up somewhere and parlay and meet each other face to face, because I think that's what we need. I think that's what a lot of men are missing too. They don't have that brotherhood, you know. Yeah, that camaraderie. We had it in the military, but when you get out of the military, yeah, you can still talk to your brothers, but it just doesn't quite feel the same. And I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure my dad can contest to this too, because he actually wants to get on the channel as well. But it's just one of those things. It's hard for vets to find real people that are going to be straight up with them. That's why I like Fadul, because he doesn't cut corners with me, and I don't want people to cut corners with me, because I can take
Absolutely.
constructive criticism. Like, if you telling me I'm messing up, please tell me I'm messing up so I can fix it before
Mm-hmm.
the problem gets out of hand. So for the past 12 years I've been down here, I never had that. That's why I gravitated towards Fadul, and it just seemed like everybody that was around Fadul was that type of person, and I was like, wow, that's who I need to be around.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
yeah, we need to do it again. We can try to set that up. I know, Fadul, you got John and Jamar's number. Just let me know when you guys want to do it, but I would like to try to do it before Sunday, man, before I get out of here.
Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Man's mental
Okay.
matters, fellas.
Men's business matters. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you,
All right,
Jamal. I
guys.
appreciate it. Jamal, John,
Yeah, no problem.
thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank
All
you.
right.
All right,
Have a
Fadul.
good evening.
All
Y'all be
right. Later.
easy.